turn off the power. Nigel Pearson and Wayne Mardle.
Thanks, Dave. What a match this could be. Contact us at Sky Sports Darts on Twitter. Tell us who you think's going to win and why. This could be absolutely anything. Phil Taylor is officially back on form. Played superbly well the last few weeks. Barney has just not played bad. He's had one or two iffy games, but he wasn't well. When he plays well, he wins. 108 average against Michael van Gerwen earlier in the Premier League. There we see the stand-ins. Taylor looking to get away from elimination, relegation, whatever you might call it. Needs the points. Barney, he's got the game. Can he produce it tonight, Nige?
Well, what a showdown in prospect between two legends of the game. Phil the Power Taylor, who we know went on that nightmare run at the start of the Premier League, but has turned his campaign around. 3 wins in the last 4 weeks, but still needs to win this game to avoid a nervy survival scrap in Cardiff next Thursday. 21 world titles between them. It's Taylor, it's Barney, and we're underway.
What a start.
125.
Phil Taylor has won the Premier League 6 times. Raymond van Barneveld has been beaten in the semi-finals 6 times. Just cannot
91.
get through to the final and potentially win it. It's not happened yet. This man, he said in his interview, didn't he, is experienced at winning.
Yeah, like you said, Wade, he has bounced back and
100.
slowly but surely rediscovered the magic touch. Phil Taylor was a serious concern. Once again, all the questions were being asked. Look at this, plenty of room for another one. Van Barneveld.
123.
But yet questions were asked of Phil. The inquest was gathering momentum week after week. But he has hit back in some style. Beat Wes Newton 7-1 last week in Leeds. 106.91 average. Was absolutely magnificent.
40.
Well, the crowd have their favourites, don't they? Well, Phil mentioned last week that the darts are now what he wants. They're kind of done and dusted, signed, sealed and delivered. They are perfect for him. And he's been throwing with an authority. Last week, he hit just 2 darts in the 5 bed. He's already
85.
had 4. Well, is it nerves? I'm assuming so. They've played each other 61 times. There shouldn't be any nerves.
Hitting the 5 was a major problem Phil was
151.
experiencing in the first 3 or 4 weeks of this Premier League campaign. What a start. Treble 17 for tops for a 151.
Well, this
91.
could be the perfect start for Barney.
60.
And 60 is a good finish for him. With the way his darts lay down, he cannot block the double bed. Tops. Perfect start. 14 darter. Phil struggled all the way through that. Looks concerned.
Game on.
What a start for Van Barneveld. The break of throw. Man who's drawn 3 games on the bounce has beaten Van Gerwen.
100.
Plays Adrian Lewis next week in Cardiff as well. Raymond van Barneveld. This man will face Robert Thornton. And if he doesn't win this game tonight, he'll still have it all to do next week to survive in the Premier League.
32.
Extraordinary.
Phil's form has been markedly better than it has been all year
85.
since the World Championships. Still the man, one of the men to beat, because he gives you nothing. And when he does miss, you have to take your opportunities. That's
99.
where he's still so tough to beat, because you change. Your mentality as a player changes sometimes when you play Phil Taylor. And that is such a weapon for him.
It's amazing though, when he goes on a losing run, wherever you go, throughout the country, you talk about darts, and the question was consistently, what's happened to Phil Taylor? Now he's bouncing back.
140.
These two first played each other in 1990. 24 years of doing battle.
100. Phil, you require 130.
For a break, straight back, 60. Yes, another. Yes, double five.
125.
Well, he nearly bust that. And that was so reminiscent of the UK Open, where he actually bust 130 twice. He will be annoyed with himself.
Treble 20 here would leave double 18 for a two-leg cushion. Double 18. Crowd know it. Barney knows it.
98.
Just dropped short. Chance for
5.
Taylor to break back immediately here now.
There's the easy bit. Can he get the hard bit? Double two. Yes, he can.
Charge in the second leg.
Done well there. Well, Barney finds it funny. So does Phil.
Third leg.
Happy campers up there.
Well, I'll tell you what, we saw a bit of drama between Van Gerwen and Wright. Huge respect, mutual respect between these two, and you know, a picture of concentration on the power space when he went for that double two.
177.
There for all to see, and what a start here to this leg for the power.
Well, both players,
91.
the last three darts they've thrown have picked up the pace. We see Phil go, ooh. He was thinking of the 9. So were you, I was.
34.
Well, he's just stepped it up a level, hasn't he, Phil? Averaging 107, Barneveld 103. What a match.
85.
What a match.
At the start of this game, so important for Raymond van Barneveld. Because if Phil gets in front of you and starts bullying you, it's easier to give up sometimes than to fight.
38.
No disrespect meant to Barney, but sometimes he turns it in far too easily. Already a lacklustre leg.
So you require 52.
Here we go. Double 16 for the power. Well, he's going to be back. Van Barneveld well behind. Taylor will return for double 16 to take the lead.
Barney
100.
not putting any pressure at all
32.
on Phil Taylor. 32 for 2-1. Well, that's awkward. Or is it? Well, is he going to move over or not? He doesn't have to. He's Phil Taylor. He can just aim at it and gets it. Incredible.
Well, I thought that was shaping up similar to his previous visit. The first start wasn't nice, but he still showed what he's all about. This man hasn't been beaten since Bournemouth on February the 13th. Raymond van Barneveld. It really has been great to see him back on song, although he will feel, no doubt, that he should have converted a couple of his draws into victories.
134.
Yeah, I completely agree, Nigel, especially the one last week against Peter Wright. It took a 1-6-1 finish when Barney was sitting on just over 100.
60.
But this is a big leg. This is a big leg. But Phil can get in front. Not only will he do him the world of good in points and goes on to convert, needs to win really. But Barney,
98.
just stay in this. Let Phil know that he's capable of winning the Premier League, not just reaching the semi-finals.
Bear in mind, legs difference could be vital as well. You see 4 players on 6 points there. Wes Newton minus 13. Legs difference could come into play next Thursday in Cardiff on Judgment Night. Big game for the power.
29.
Barney's dodged a bullet. Got away with it. Got to make it count. Will he? Well, shake of the head from Barney.
100.
Clearly not happy with the way things are going. Started off brilliantly, but since the first leg, he's just not looked the same, has he?
Staying down. Treble 19 with the last start.
Raymond van Barneveld, 160.
Van Barneveld. Can he take this? Another one of those would be interesting, wouldn't it? Tops for a 1-6-0 to level the match. Oh! Sensational from Raymond van Barneveld. And a little bit of respect and appreciation from the power as well. That was brilliant.
It was indeed. 21 more titles between them, as you said, Nigel. We're expecting something magical to win this match rather than poor, and that was magical.
140.
He's in front. He's effectively stolen the darts already. Well, he's stolen 2 of them anyway.
Only when these play can we say 21 world titles on stage. So many memorable clashes between the two down the years, as you say, Wayne. 24 years
85.
of doing battle.
And they're still going at it. Still 2 of the best in the business. Got a switch.
177.
Still second 177 of this match.
Yep, back up, averaging a ton now as well, Taylor.
100.
Must-win game for the power.
126.
Well, no immediate pressure for Taylor.
Dave Clark
98.
said at the start of this match that 18 meetings between them in the Premier League, 16 wins for Phil and 2 draws. Barney has led Phil in 2 of those matches, 6-1 and 6-2 respectively, could not convert them into wins. Can he grind one out for a win in this leg to go 3-2? Got to go inside those.
Nice score.
No manoeuvrability whatsoever. In fact, he was kind of edging away.
Barney can't believe his chance here. Double 16 for a break of throw. Double 16 it is. Barneveld leads 3-2.
Phil must be thinking, I've played at the weekend. I've been beaten in a final by Gary Anderson. I've won the next event. I've played some beautiful darts. When there's no stage, okay, there's no TV cameras. And then when you really want to do it, it's kind of, you tighten up and the mindset changes. Is Phil Taylor trying a bit too hard here?
Well, it is a game he has to win. A draw wouldn't be a disaster for the power. When you add in the legs difference, which is better off than others around him as well. Look at this from Van Barneveld. Absolutely brilliant. That is the first 180 of this game. And it goes to Raymond van Barneveld.
Not a bad reply. Barney, with that break, he's put himself in control of this leg and the match.
140 would have done him nicely, but needs a treble here. Can't
60.
get one.
Raymond van Barneveld, 121.
So, Van Barneveld in with a great chance of going 4-2 up in the next 6 starts. Double 14. Oh, superb! I said the next 6 starts, he only needed 3. He's taken out a 1-6-0. He's taken out a 1-2-1. And Raymond van Barneveld has a 4-2 lead.
We know both are capable of something special.
140.
But a 160 finish and then a 1-2-1 finish from Barney. Beautiful. And the 180 thrown in there as well.
85.
Averaging 102 now. Barney has that two-leg cushion. Big leg for Phil now. Wayne has to hold his throw here.
Completely agree.
100.
Well, be disappointed. 61st dart and only walk away with a ton. You kind of feel like you let your opponent off then. But Barney not doing anything to hurt Phil.
60.
Premier League champion 6 times, Phil Taylor. Owns the competition for the first few years. Trophy was almost exclusive to him. Now he would love to recover. Back in 08, of course, he lost 3 of the first 4 games in the 2008 Premier League and went on to become Premier League champion. Could he do something similar this time around?
Treble 20. Will stay there. And treble 17 now. Well, he eventually
91.
left the double. What Barney can do. There's been 2 legs in this match where Barney has just not been at the races.
140.
Well, there's some pressure on.
We require 36.
Double 18 for Taylor.
Game
No problem.
charge in the
First time of asking.
Taylor.
He needed to win that as well to hold his throw.
Game on.
Van Barneveld has that advantage. And what a start at the start of this leg. Beautifully done.
37.
You know, I thought Phil said something quite intriguing last week when talking to Dave Clark. He said that was the first match, and it was against Wes Newton, that
98.
where he didn't feel that nervous. And I'll just take from that the belief is back and the confidence is there as well. So he'll be bitterly disappointed at the moment
95.
to be playing the way he's playing. And I'm not saying he's playing bad, but his standard, this is not what he'd have expected.
Would he take a draw if you offered it now? It's not a bad result, is it?
No, I don't think he would. I really don't. Bearing in mind
99.
that what seems like a hoodoo over Barney, a draw would be kind of a so-so result.
Well, we'll put him a point clear of the bottom 2. We know that Simon
99.
Whitlock's Premier League campaign is over. Will Taylor leave himself still with a job to do in Cardiff next week on Judgment Night? It's looking like it could well be 5-3.
55.
That would leave
Raymond
Van Barneveld 1 leg
170.
away from a guaranteed point. Looking to set himself up for the next visit now.
58.
Not the best. Perfect worker dart. Worked one on top. Didn't like it, did he?
59.
Didn't like that much either.
Raymond, you require 112.
Well, he was in with a chance then, wasn't he? After Van Barneveld's previous visit, but treble 20 now for double 16. Stays up the board.
60.
He's going to be back for 5-3.
Well, at the start of the match, both seemed to find a rhythm and both seemed happy with what they were doing. I'm just not seeing much rhythm about the pair of them now. It's all hard work for them.
136.
There's no consistency in their
Raymond,
play.
you require 52.
Bad shot followed by another, and then a couple of good ones. But for 5-3, double 16.
Game charge in the 8th.
Van Barneveld's finishing his precise 83% on the double for Raymond van
Game
Barneveld.
on.
He leads 5-3, and one more leg for Van Barneveld will mean Taylor cannot win this match.
There we see it. If he can somehow get a point, well, that would massively help.
100.
In fact, I think could be safe. Plays Robert Thornton next week. Newton plays Chisnell. Whitlock eliminated.
99. 23.
But work to do for Taylor.
The speed, just pick the pace up.
140.
You can see with Barney, once that first dart goes in, he gets a bit kind of carried away, he gets a bit cocky with it all. Did he go for that? If you went for that, Phil Taylor, you're a magician, man.
We'll remind you, Van Barneveld has never beaten Phil Taylor in the Premier League.
So you require 170.
Now, this would be some party piece from the power.
It's important as well, Nigel, he sets this up because Barney's kind of a dart in front.
97.
That's okay without
Ranger
being good.
121.
He's already taken this out once. On that occasion, he went 60. Well, he wanted the treble 17 for the bullseye.
62.
In the end, he's left 59.
Ranger
This has got to go.
73.
Biggest visit of the match so far.
Treble 19 for the first dart. 14 for tops now for Taylor. Has to get this now. Pressure on. Width to the wire. His finishing has let him down tonight.
59.
And here we go with Van Barneveld to secure at least a point.
Phil's finishing has let him down, and Barney's has been barnstorming for a point. The art's beating a bit faster now, Raymond.
49. Will you require 40?
Big shot for Taylor. Tops he needs. Pressure mounting on the power. That time stays in the match. Holds his throw.
Simpling Raymond to throw first. Game on.
Well, Raymond has let 2 darts go for a guaranteed point. Will they be the last darts he has for a point?
40.
Well, you've just let your opponent in and then kicking off 40. It's like Barney's trying to help Phil win.
Taylor needs a treble. Nicely done.
100.
A steady ton is a good start when you bear in mind Van Barneveld's slack start to this leg. Wow, what is going on here?
100.
Needed that treble. Barney.
Well, I did give you the stats earlier that he had led Phil 6-1 and 6-2 in previous meetings and couldn't convert them to a win, so only 5-3 up.
99.
There's no reason why he should get a point, and Phil will know that. Phil will think, well, you've never closed me up before, why should you do it tonight?
Is it playing on Barney's mind?
58.
Should be in a better position than he is.
Phil taking the darts. Well, can switch where he likes, cannot leave the finish.
96.
Barney on 303. Some players start on the 57. And he does. Well, another treble would leave 170. Unlucky.
95.
Can Phil find a big number? A crucial phase of this game.
96.
Needed that treble 19.
Both players looking just a bit apprehensive. Just trying to put them in.
100. Will you require 110?
Can he get this? The power. Barney's going to be back here.
70.
This would hurt the power big time.
Well, he likes 36. Will he start the 54 route? No. 16. Well, 8 for tops. This would hurt.
88.
Coming up short again. And you see the exasperation. He knew he didn't throw that properly.
Tension. Tops for Taylor to level it. 5 legs apiece. What a game. Barney knows he should be in a much better position than this.
Game on.
Is Taylor in the driving seat to secure a victory?
Well, Barney has had 3 darts for a guaranteed point so far. And now he's up against it. This is why darts is just so watchable, because now if Phil holds throw, Barney's then fighting just for a point. Could walk out of here a loser. And that, I think, would be a bit unfair.
What a match! What a spectacle. It's on a knife edge.
125.
Strange last dart.
Yeah, that was one of mine, that was. Mind you, I was a treble 5 merchant. 5 perfect darts. 6 perfect darts! We said something special could happen when these two meet. I wonder. 141 points away for a 9-darter for RVB.
Taylor's at it as well! Any other leg, and Taylor should be looking at winning it.
Well, forget the 9-darter. Barney is now
65. Phil, you require 59.
Staring, 6-5 down, right in the face. 19 for tops. Credit to Phil Taylor here.
Double 10. Massive dart from Phil Taylor. He's assured of a draw. He's got 1 foot in the second half of the Premier League campaign.
Game on.
Massive moment in the Premier League, and he knows it.
One man has 3 darts
60
to get to 6 legs and can't hit it. One man has 2 and gets it.
Whitlock relegated tonight. Taylor's on 7 points. He will face, next week it's Wes Newton and Dave Chisnell. So Taylor is safe. He is into the second half of the Premier League
57.
season after losing at the start, but he needs points because his next target, of course, is all about the top 4.
Yep, can forget about elimination. It's now about promotion to the playoffs.
131.
Well, it's looking like a draw. Is there another twist? Is there another turn in this match?
95.
I did say earlier in the game, would Taylor take a draw now when he was in a bit of trouble? I'm sure he would have done. It's enough. But how he would love 2 points instead of 1 tonight. We're in the final leg. It's gone the distance between the two heavyweights
99.
of darts, Taylor and Van Barneveld.
109.
For 6 apiece. Treble 19. Gets it. Double 16. Now Phil
77.
Taylor. 113 for what's got to be described as the most
113.
unlikeliest of wins. As Barney misses again.
What a way to end the night this is. Treble 18 would leave tops for Taylor.
If you're slightly
57.
annoyed, 2 darts at a big treble, doesn't it? Well,
Raymond
it's
van
always a bit of a
Barneveld,
letdown. 2 of the game's greatest ever. Can it end in a draw? Double 8. Yes, it can. Phil Taylor, 6. Raymond van Barneveld, 6. They both look happy with the point they've both accumulated. Phil Taylor is safe. Barney is just there in the playoffs. That's where he is. What a match. What a night of darts here at the O2 in Dublin.